Let's switch gears a little bit and talk some Harry Potter, if you don't mind. I was
Come
on
on,
the set, what, like 10 months ago? I think we all missed it. What happened with the whole pushing to next year?
Yeah. Do you want to tell me?
You don't know, huh? I don't know.
No, you know what? I mean, I think it was... I don't really know. There was a very ugly rumour going around that it was somehow something to do with the fact that I was that I had to go back to London for the premiere, so that I was like, basically they were rescheduling around me doing Equus, which is utter lies, and because I was all ready to go back after the Sunday matinee, go home, arrive home Monday, do the premiere Monday night, fly home, do a show Tuesday evening. That was the plan. I was going to hate it, but it was going to be the plan. So actually it kind of worked out well for me, but it wasn't, but I didn't do it. That's the point. I think it was because of, you know, the writer's strike, I think, set everything back a long way, and so they didn't have much in production that was going to be released next year, and so they wanted to have something to release next year, I guess.
You are about to hit the 7th film now for Harry Potter?
Yeah.
You're about to take on the 7th film, and you're going to do it in one shoot, but it's going to be 2 movies, and you told me it's going to be 18 months
well, we don't know how, it's not going to be 18 months of shooting, because there's going to be hiatuses now and then, and the schedule, you know, the first draft of the script has only just come in, and I haven't seen it yet, so the schedule has, you know, they've been kind of scheduling blind, so we'll see how, it's going to be long, we know it's going to be long, but I am actually really excited to get back to it, and also there's a sense from everyone that, you know, who I spoke to when I spoke to David Yates, and I've spoken to, you know, producers, there is a sense from everyone that, you know, we've been doing this, I'll probably be almost exactly you know, the primitive schedule we got involved, you know, finishing sometime just before, we think, my 21st birthday, when I will have been doing it exactly 10 years. Now, when you've been doing something that long, you want to get the ending right. You don't want to, you know, screw up at the last hurdle. And so, you know, there's a real energy about the film already, and we've not even got started on wanting to make this one absolutely the best. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to get back to it.
I love the fact that you said the script's out there, but you haven't read it yet. It almost seems like you're kind of prolonging the inevitable of, like, I can't believe this is finally ending. Maybe if I don't read the script, it won't end.
Yeah, I mean, there is something about that, certainly. I mean, I want to focus on the play while I'm over here, and they've told me the script isn't at a stage yet where I should read it, so I'm going to hopefully wait for the second draft to come in and then see that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very sad day when I finish those films, because it will have been, you know, about half my life. One
of the biggest challenges, of course, in the 7th and final film is that you guys get older.
Yeah.
Are you going to play older? Are you going to cast somebody else? How would you like to see it done?
I don't know. I know they've been talking to a couple of directors who've done stuff with aging makeup. You know, the heart kind of, you know, sinks when you hear the word prosthetics, because they can only do so much to age a character. You know, I mean, they can do amazing things with other, you know, in the Harry Potter things, making the goblins and stuff like that, but it's, in terms of aging somebody, it's, you know, makeup artists will tell you it's the hardest thing to do, is age someone. And, you know, it's going to be really interesting. I don't know how they'll do it. I'm sure they probably will do it. But, I mean, to be honest, if it was no good, you know, I think we'd all rather it wasn't in the end. I'm sure we'll film it and see what we can do, because it's in the book and we've always tried to remain as loyal as we can. But, you know, we want to go out on a good note. On the other hand, I spoke to somebody who has read the script the other day, and he said, somebody who'd been very, you know, cynical about the ending, not cynical, but, you know, had been worrying about it, and he said in the script the ending made him cry. So, you know, I've got high hopes for it.